Hi! Welcome to Twisted Strands, episode 43. I'm gonna call this one The Devil Made Me Do It. Can you guess why? No? That's alright. Anyway, this episode is brought to you by this rather strong, heaty, spicy brew by Whole Hog, and it's called Pumpkin Ale. And it's got a lot going on in it, and it's a tad spicy for me. So I kind of only drink it in little sips, like that, a little bit of, yeah, excuse me, good lord. Oh, my name is JD. Thank you for turning in. I appreciate everybody that comes by and gives me a watch. It's always a pleasure to hear from people and stuff and junk. And let's get on to some fun, fibery goodness that I got from my fat fiber box that I got this past week. This is from, let me see my notes, Knits in Class Fiber Studio, and they're on Etsy, and this is 50/50 merino and tencel, and it's got a lot of shine to it. The needle size they give is 0 to 3, so I'm thinking it's a finger weight. And this particular colorway, specially made for the fat fiber theme, which was Witching Hour, I think. And this is called A Dark and Stormy Night, and I really like it. It's shiny. It looks like it'd be super slippery, so I would recommend if you went with a 50/50 tencel merino thing. I definitely use wooden needles for that, and I don't often say use wooden needles, but totally wooden needles with this. It's beautiful and soft and shiny and lovely, and I've actually already broken into this box and done a little spinning. This I've fallen in love with. Yay! I just about yelled with happiness when I saw that I got a spindle. It's so cute. And what I'm using with it is this awesome sample fiber from Play It Life. Let me see Play It Life. She has an Etsy store, and I really love this fiber. It's got merino, bamboo, rayon, and nylon, and it's called Witches Love Candy. Can you see that? Oh, the camera doesn't like me today. Then again, with a face like this, the camera rarely loves me. Shut up, you know it's true. And yay, Halloween colors. I love it. I wish I could go buy more, but she sold out of it. And there goes the drop spindle, falling down again. Excuse me, jeez. Maybe I should take another drink. Little sip. Anyway, let's get on to works in progress, because I've always got some works in progress, and no finished objects this week. Sorry. Even the cute tissue box cover that I only have to make a few more spiders and embroider the face on, I'm going to finish that and use it probably tonight, but not right now, because and something else falls. Yay! I'm actually quite enjoying The Colonnade by Stephen West. I'm finally making friends with the lace pattern. This is the third try for this beautiful piece. I'm loving the 100% non-superwash wool. Such wool is becoming quickly becoming my absolute favorite. I love the soft, sheepy feel of 100% wool. I love the colors and the way that it takes dye. And it's soft and versatile, and yeah, I am just so fucking happy I'm not allergic to wool. But anyway, I've been really working hard on this. I had to frog it again. Back to the beginning, back to the stockinette stitch, like, as late as Sunday night. And clearly, I've taken off in working on it, and I cannot wait to finish it. I may add some more repeats to the lace pattern, but that's mostly because I have 3 skeins of this gorgeous yarn here. See that? Not gonna burn out on this one. I've got plenty of lovely pink yarn, and I have another skein someplace else. Maybe I'll make a pink hat for my aunt. I have no idea. So, Aunt Ruth, I know you watch me now. Would you like a pink hat? Appeal? I haven't even made my Christmas holiday crafting notes yet. I don't know who's going to get what. So, we'll see. And, let's see what else is. There's a new work in progress, of course. Duh. And this is Lumpy Bumpy knits. And these are designed by C. Danielle. And I've made some modifications already to it. I've decided that the top, which is the garter stitch looking thing, is going to be the bottom, and I've decided that the red part is going to be the top. And this is using my own hand spun that I spun last year. But you know what my problem is? I think following the pattern is not going to work for me. Just not going to work. I'm going to have to not do any of the increases and measure as I go along, unless I think my hands are going to get bigger. Unless I become infected with radioactive yarn, I'm not going to grow any bigger. Nope. Ooh, I love how this is striping. Isn't that fucking cool? God, I love spinning. Anyway, so I'll probably be ripping this out because it's just gargantuan compared to my hand. I mean, look at that. Just freaking huge. I hope this yarn stands up to being frogged. Oh dear, I would be so unhappy if I screwed that up. And, of course, still working on the lovely Mabel socks whenever I get time to do so. This is still being worked on, not really as religiously or with such a anxiety as the rest of my doll knitting is going, but yeah. It's a cute pattern. It's by Marika Toback. She does lovely stuff. She likes to design for the smaller dolls, like they're called YoSD, and they're usually a little bit shorter than Barbie dolls, and they fit a lot of the same clothing, except for lengthwise, because their bodies are a little bit chubbier, and usually those Asian ball jointed dolls, which you probably have seen on my podcast before, they're a little bit chubbier. So a lot of people like me who knit for their little ones, they just adjust a pattern from a Barbie and see how it goes. And that's part of the fun. And there are some vendors that do have BJD designs, and sometimes I use them. I do plan on, making some hats and scarves sets to sell at a doll meet in a week or two. Wish me luck on that. Maybe because it's small, I'll get it done. We'll see what happens. I never know. As I said before, no finished objects. Sorry, mishmuck. I know. I do have that little bit of spinning that I was doing with the Play It Life fiber, and I've been doing a lot of spindling on that spindle and a tiny bit on my larger spindle. And I figured out this little task and then confirmed it with a little Googling that straws are a spindler's good friend if you feel like it. This is another sample from that very same box. It's called Kali, and it's Superwash Merino, and it's by Sincerely Yours. That's what I finished spinning. Now I'm going to spin this on the same spindle. And wow, that looks seriously brown. It's a bit more red than you see here. And I'm going to spin that out on the same spindle, which is my new favorite friend, the little spider web, which I love. Do not be surprised if I come home from the Maryland Sheep and Wool with a Golding spindle, alright? I'm starting to enjoy spindling more. Probably because having a wheel taught me a little bit more about drafting. But anyway, it's all good, right? Anyway, this is called Secondhand Rose. And let me see who it's from. Wild Hair Fiber Studio. And it's from another fat fiber sampler. And it looks a lot more red, which will probably go really nicely if I show it to you properly with that. So I'm just going to do a real simple 2-ply and just have fun, probably knit something for the dolls again with this. So that's pretty. So that's the spinning for this week. Mostly on the spindle, haven't taken out the wheel to play. But, let me see. Let me show you my... Are we there yet as far as spinning this? I purchased this wool from Zarzuela. Please let me know if I get your name right. Anyway, Zarzuela's Fibers. I purchased this. It's called Hydrangea. And it's 4 ounces of Superwash Merino. So I'm going to split this, fluff it up a little bit, and then I'm going to use the wheel, and have a little bit of fun with this. Not sure if I'm going to keep it, or I might just do a giveaway. Might be one of those things that I'm giving away as part of the Working Up to 50 podcasts. I hope you can hear me alright. Can you hear me now? Anyway. And I've dropped my notes. Good for me. Anyway. Oh. Anyway, am I there yet? Still waiting for the perfect opportunity to knit Paprika's lovely little reversible dishcloth. Because I'm sure my dad will love another one. Now, since we're starting the toy knitting, knit and crochet along, I'm going to tell you about what I'm planning to do. Now, this was a tough decision for me because there's a lot of awesome toy patterns out there and I want to knit and crochet all the damn things. But what I'm going to do, because I already have the yarn for it, I have plenty of white natural yarn that would be perfect, I'm going to do the Realistic Bonafide Skeleton by Deb Ritchie. It is not a pattern I can get off of Ravelry, so had to go to her shop and buy it. But look at it! Is this not the coolest frickin' thing? I'm gonna chain on for that this week. It'll be my last Halloween project. No. I'm gonna do more Halloween. Halloween lasts until mid-November. Halloween lasts until next Halloween. Let's just say that. That's my own feeling on it. But anyway, if you haven't heard from before, the toy knit and crochet along is starting. Let's start it today. And you can pick out your pattern and just start. And seeing as that's a little bit complicated, I think we'll probably have it last until the end of November. Give us all a month to work with toys. And stuff and junk. Well, actually, yeah, stuff and junk. Knitting tips and crochet tips are part of stuff and junk, don't you think? I'm sorry, I'm wiggling around a lot. Anyway, my knitting tip and crochet tip, basically a toy knitting and crochet tip. When you're finishing your toy, if you're making it for a little baby or a toddler, please be sure to embroider those facial details onto the toy's face, arms, and legs. Don't use sequins, don't use little bits, because those little buggers, they tend to bite and chew on their toys and love them very deeply. So don't use anything that can pop off, and then you have a choking risk. And nobody wants a kid to get hurt from something you made for them. One thing, and I have not tried this, but I've had success with safety eyes. But be sure to have more than one pair and test them. Put them together. The toys, I have one actually. Let me show you what a safety eye works like and looks like. Safety eyes are available at your local craft market. There's Etsy sellers that sell them. There's Kemper Doll Supply that sells them for teddy bears. They come in two parts. Looks like a screw part, and then you got the washer. And these little prongs hold the eye together. I'm not going to use it because I've only got 4. But you push it through your knit or crochet fabric, and you push it until it locks, and make damn sure that the eye does not come off of this washer. Alright? Do that before you actually use it on a toy for a baby or a very young child, okay? Plus, safety eyes are pretty cool. They come in all colors and types, and the hell just fell? Oh, never mind. Anyway, that's my tip. Be safe or be sorry with your toy details, okay? So that's that. Let's see what else, John. Ooh. Yes, I'm going to make you all wait for the drawing. Sorry! And let's see. Oh, movies for knitting by... Ooh. I watched to the finishing, completed watching Dog Graveyard. Yeah, it's an older movie, well, mid-2000s, and it's a stinker, people. Oh my god. It's not even worth watching because it's so bad. Don't waste your time on Netflix or at the rental store. Dog Graveyard is PU. Okay? Don't bother. Nah. And I watched to the end Hell Night, which actually stars a horror movie icon, Linda Blair. It was okay. Bit stupid. But it was still a hell of a lot better than Dog Graveyard. So, I would recommend it for the camp effect. It was done in late 70s, I believe. And it's one of those things Netflix calls a cult favorite. Not sure about that, people. But anyway, you take your chances. Some movies suck. Some movies are good, like Trick or Treat was good. I'm also continuing to watch American Horror Stories, and that's a freaky little show. But you know what? I really like it. As the characters develop in the story, it gets really interesting, and you find yourself going, ooh, or cool. So, anyway, I like American Horror Story. If you can catch it on, what the hell is it? FX or something? Check it out. It's pretty cool. Now, let's see. Everything? Okay, well, let's go on to the drawing then. Now, I kind of forgot to download a free generator, but I found one online. So, I've entered in numbers 2 through 19, and we're going to just figure out who gets it. Okay, so I've entered it into the random number generator, and the winning number is 10. Let's see who in the thread is post number 10. I'm ermed. I am going to PM you with Lisa Marie K's. Wait, let me see. Lisa Mary K's info, and you can just get in touch with her and request your pattern. Congratulations! Yay! So, IMERMD, you've won the free pattern, and I will get in touch with you later on. Today, as a matter of fact. Anyway, that's it for today's show. I wish you a great week. I will probably be podcasting a little bit before Halloween because I'm going to be passing out candy to kids, and I don't want to make the little ones wait for their candy. Or pretzels, whatever Dad thinks is appropriate. I'm broke, so I'm not in charge of candy. What can I say? My contact info. Let's see. You can find the show notes and contact me through the blog at twistedstrands with an extra s.blogspot.com. My name is JD on Ravelry, and that's JADEE on Ravelry. JD666 on Plurk. I'm there every day. And blah, blah, blah. You can also email me at jdalt@gmail.com. So, feel free to get in touch. And I hope you haven't turned me off yet, because I have another giveaway. And the requirements are pretty much the same. Yes, I almost forgot to announce what is next. Anyway. I told you this was heavy stuff. Anyway, the next giveaway is going to be a set of stitch markers made by yours truly in your favorite color bead. So, what I want you to do is find the Win Stitch Markers thread on Ravelry in the group Twisted Strands, and tell me what your favorite color is. And anyway, feel free to join the group. I'd love to see more members. We are so close to 300 members. Eee! That would give me more reason to celebrate, really. Anyway, free set of stitch markers made by me is the next special treat for all my favorite people, which are you. So, find the thread, post your favorite color and a hello, and be entered into my contest for the 44th episode. And I will see you next week. Happy crafting, and have a good Halloween if I don't see you before then.